starting to. I think
Thank you guys
my
for
community
having me. I
has
feel
built
like
into
I
a
have
space where like I
definitely
feel
seen you
home
at
in
other
people.
places. I may have been
But
like
it's
admiring
hard,
you
man.
and
Any
fangirling
drastic
like from
shift in
afar.
environment is
But the
hard.
Grammys,
It
we like
is.
really kiki.
From, like,
It was
1,000
beautiful. I mean,
miles
they're-
away.
they're
Dude,
very
I'm like
stable,
the most.
aware humans,
I
which I'm
swear, I do
grateful
this to
for.
myself.
Yes.
I'm never
It's can be a
incognito
rarity.
ever,
So,
and
like,
it
that
really is the
support
hair.
was
And I'm always
beautiful.
like wearing red.
But also,
and
like,
I also
being
have like
overprotected
a Mini
is a thing,
Cooper
too.
little
And, like,
convertible that I'm
there was a
driving
time where I was
people
like,
and
I'm
like
gonna
text of like, I think I
try
just
to
saw
do
you
this,
drive
which was, like,
by
when I went
on
on
the
tour, I
freeway in your
think, maybe, when I
convertible.
just
100.
went by
I'm always
myself.
just running around
Yeah, I
LA.
appreciate you
Yeah,
saying
I mean,
that.
I've
Yeah,
always
they're-
played with my
they're
hair since
talented
I was
and
like 10
beautiful,
years
for sure.
old. I've always
In
really
creative
believed
ways.
in the hair theory.
It's tough. I was
of,
talking to
you
my
know,
friend
I
who just
feel
had a
like
baby
all
about this
the
yesterday.
Icons of icons
His biggest
have
anxiety is
interesting hair, and you can spot
you
them
want to try
from a
to
mile
be
away.
there
And I
for
think
every
that's,
little
like, the
intricate
coolest
moment
thing
for your
ever. So I
child
remember
and make
being
sure
really
that they're
aware of
okay
that
and
as a
like
young kid of like
you
I need to have
can't
an
really do
iconic
that. You
hair
have to
look.
let
Like,
go
every
in
superstar
some
has
aspect.
iconic hair.
And I think
so
like every
that was always
human
something
gets to
that
go
I
through that in their
had
own way.
played around with
But
since I was
think,
young.
like,
I had like blonde, I
something
had
switched,
pink
and one day
hair
I
at
was like,
one
no,
moment.
I need to go and travel
but
all
it
by
was
myself.
Descendants,
You know, I need to go and
where
play
I
these
really
shows
got
by
introduced
myself
to
and
red,
like really
I was
discern
like,
what is
wait,
happening.
I really like
for
this
me.
color on me.
Because, you know, I think
originally
it
they
can
were
get
like,
hard when you love
do you want
someone
to
so
dye
much
your
and
money
you're seeing
pieces?
them
It'll like blend into the red wig
move
better.
a lot and have a lot of
So I was like,
challenges and
sure,
have a lot
any
of
excuse to
kind
dye
of
my
energy
hair.
around them.
So I did it,
Yeah.
and then they ended up just putting
It
my hair in a
is.
bald cap.
It
or like a
absolutely
wig
is. I
cap.
feel
so
like
didn't really make it in the
you
cut,
choose your
but I
pain
kept
in
the
this
red
life.
pieces. And I was like,
you
wait,
know,
this is
not to
a
get
vibe.
too
I felt similarly to the fans and
deep off
you know
the
how
rip,
they
but, like,
reacted when they found
choose
out
your
that we were
pain. Do you
bringing
wanna
back
be
Descendants. I think everyone
in
was a
comfort
little
for
like,
your whole life and
"Are you
not
sure you
face
wanna
your
do
fears,
that?"
the
Like,
things
it
that
is
keep you
so
up
iconic.
at nighttime, or do you
and
wanna
yeah, that just comes
attempt
with
to face
the title
things
of
that scare you?
Descendants.
I
It
think
was the
often
biggest thing
lead
ever.
to the
I was
places
9
you
years
wanna
old
go.
when the first one came
When
out.
I think of what
and I
fears-
remember,
what scares me the
like
most
it was
is, like,
yesterday, like waiting that Friday for
telling
the
a
premiere
real
of
story that's, like,
Descendants and like
vulnerable
first
through a
time
piece of
hearing Rotten
expression.
to the Core and being like,
That scares
"Whoa, this
me,
is
so
my
I
shit."
do it.
Like I'm obsessed with this. It was all the rage.
It depends. I think
So when I got the script, I
we
was
don't give
like,
enough credit
"Ooh,
to this
like,
reality of
this is
every
a lot
day
of
being
pressure,
truly
like bringing
different.
back something so iconic.
You know? And, like,
but I really fell in
every
love
day
with the
can
story,
just
and
micro
it
nuances
is
can
super
shift.
just. It's
And I think,
reimagined.
like,
It's its own thing,
sometimes
and of
I've
course,
sat at the
like
piano and just
Descendants
cried
is
for
its own
hours,
It's its own
trying to get
universe,
this
and I think it
idea
kind of
out, and that was
allows multiple
scary because
stories
I'm with
to
my
take
peers
forefront
and
and
I'm
to
crying for
kind of
hours.
expand.
You know
There's
what
so
I'm
many
saying? That's
Disney
like-
characters, and
it's
the
a scary thing
concept
to
of, you know,
really
the descendants
up
of
in
these
that
iconic Disney characters. I
way,
feel like that's so
but,
evergreen,
yeah,
and it's always
I
going
think
to be
different
a
parts
thing.
can be
I feel like
scary,
they'll be
of
making
course,
a
like,
Descendants
talking
40
about
with
what the
like a
song is
whole other
about can
group
be
of
scary.
kids at some point.
Singing
so
a
just
really
happy to be a
intimate
part of
vocal
the
part can be
Lucky
scary.
Oh my
but
gosh, I
think
feel like a new
fear is
person.
written all around
No, I
us.
feel
It's like
exactly
you-
the same.
You can really
but
get
it's
good at
cool. It is a big
dancing with fear.
It is a
I
big
guess,
moment because
you
I'm
know.
not a teenager.
It's
I've
taken
only
some
ever
time
been
for that too. Like
a teenager, and
my
I
boys,
worked.
Alex
But it was
and
honestly
Kyle,
like the
I
most
think
fun
they've
music
seen me
video
in,
I'd
like,
ever
the
shot
most
because
vulnerable
it was
of
kind of
states. It's
low
interesting
pressure. It
because,
was
like,
kind of a last
people
minute
ask me
thing that
what
I was
a
like,
producer does,
shoot,
what
I'm leaving for tour.
what
I
production
have these
is,
two
and,
new
like,
songs
for
I'm
me,
adding, and the song 99.
last time I got sick, I called
which
my
is, you know, the
producer and he
single I
took
shot
me
the
to
music
the
video for.
to my
It's
doctor.
very summery.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
I was
that's
like, oh,
what
I can't wait
producing
to
is for me.
release
It's
this.
a
Like,
it's
during summer.
living with that
Like,
person,
it can't be
truly
released
knowing
at
them so
any
they
other
can be
point. It has to be
truly
during summer. So
vulnerable
I
outside
feel like
the
the video kind
conscious
of like wrote
mind that's, like,
itself. It's, you know, me
you
and
know,
my friends
when you're
topped
creative,
down
a
in my
lot of
bestie's
your
Jeep. We
parts
drove
you
to
try
the
to get in
beach.
the
We
way.
shot at Venice.
Like
We
I can
shot at
feel
Santa
when
Monica
someone
Pier.
a song
Had
is
some
just
fans
brain
come
or just
out,
heart or
signed
just
some CDs for
sexual
them.
energy.
And yeah,
for me,
and
like,
ended with
and
like
that's all
little shot of
beautiful.
us at
Everyone
an
has to express what they
In-N-Out
feel, but
drive-through. So
I think
it's
to
like
really get past the
super LA.
subconscious.
So
and
like the
into
concept is,
truth,
you know,
the
party
people you
like it's
create with have to
99.
be with
No,
you
I
and
was
live
born
with you, in a
2005.
sense, you know?
To party
It's different for
in
everyone. I don't think
1999.
that's why this reality
I
is
could be
beautifully
totally off.
interesting. It's
But
'cause, like,
no, I think I've always just
we all have different truths.
I've been
but
so
for me,
obsessed with the 90s.
to keep
like,
that
ever
channel
since,
open,
you know, I was a kid.
have
I
to
think like I draw so
accept
much
fear and try to
inspiration
be
from that
aware
era.
of truly
When I
what is
think of the
happening in
90s,
your
I just
system
think
and
of like
truly understand
Tommy
the
Hilfiger,
fears that are at
like,
play.
you know,
And
Kango
and
bucket
sitting with it, I
hats.
think. For me, my
I
issue
think
is
of
I
just
love
like
to
the
rush.
best time in music.
I love to go
and
quickly.
The
I
best
love to do things
artists.
fast. We're moving. And
Yeah,
this
it's
restaurant
really
next.
music
Like,
centered
da, da, da,
for
da,
me
da,
when I
like,
think of the 90s.
always
but
trying to
I draw
move,
so
and it's
much
actually
inspo
interesting.
from that era,
Again, I
and
don't mean to
feel like
get
it's
too
very
deep, but I've been
evident.
doing.
I think it
just
has a lot to do
research,
with
and I
that
think
too.
the way
And just
you're
like,
born, your
you
birth,
know, my dad,
indicates a
since
lot
he
how
is
you
in the
move, and I was
business and
very,
just
I
has
was
such a
born
vast
quick.
knowledge of
I think
music
the
from
label
all
was like
eras
4
and all
out.
different
And so, like, I'm
genres.
just-
I feel like he did such a good
That's
job.
the level of
of
awareness I want to get
exposing me
into
to everything at
myself
such a young age,
to be able
and,
to really
you know, I feel
understand
like
the micro
he
nuances of
put
why.
me on to like Frank
why am I
Sinatra and like yacht
rushing
rock
right
and
now?
you know Nirvana,
just wanna
and
be
then also
present
like
everyone
Biggie
and just
Smalls Beatles
take a
and
breath
Tupac
to
and,
get
you
to
know,
the
I
truth
feel like
of
I
any
just
interaction.
have
And when
such
you're
a
writing a
knowledge
song
of
or
music
making a
and
piece of
such a
art,
student
however,
of
whatever
it,
medium,
and has
I
made
think
me that much better of a musician.
radical
From
honesty
day
is the
one,
clearest
I was
way for me
just
at
always
this,
knew I
at
wanted
this
to be an
given
artist.
moment.
So
It's a really interesting question.
no, I love acting.
I think, again,
it all comes from the
that's
same
like
place. Like I just
me
love
being a
performing,
hypercritical
and
of myself
projects
and
like
what I wanna
Descendants
work on. I
allow me
think
to, you know,
my
combine
current
all my
process
favorite things. And
has a lot of
Descendants honestly
improvisation
does feel
in
like
it.
the project
I like
that I
go
had
in and
prepared my entire life for, because
kind of freestyle
I don't think, had I not put
the
my
words and
10,000
melodies
hours
all
into
together
my
at one
singing and
in
my
one
dancing,
kind of process.
I don't think I
And
would
I
have
think
gotten the
I've
role.
kind
And
of
it really
been
feels
able
like
to
it was, you know, made for
use
me
my
and my years of prep.
kind of, I don't
But
want to say
I
fault,
love
but
acting,
use my
telling
kind of
stories and
very
yeah, but
overly
I think that music has always
frustratedly
been my number.
irritated brain that
I
wants to
landed
move
the lead
fast
in my
into a
first
seamless
show
kind of
called
way.
Gabby
So a lot
Duran
of
that
this
was on
album
Disney when I was 12.
was like
Such a Disney
completely
kid
kind of
growing
freestyled.
up.
And
Like
think,
I remember
that's how I've
watching
been able
Selena
to
and Zendaya on
help
Shake It Up and being like,
that
oh, they're the
specific
coolest
thing, you
girls
know?
in the
And again,
world.
it
Like
took a
I
while
want
to
to
get
be
there
that.
because, like,
So I always
people
kind
like
of
to
felt
write
like that
structured
was
songs,
in the
you know what I'm
cards for
saying?
me
And
at some point. I felt like I would end up at Disney.
create a whole arrangement
It was
and just
actually
like, yeah,
really
I'm just going to go
interesting
in
because
there.
when I first started auditioning,
and the song kind of
I was
appears
just
and you have to
auditioning for
trust
dancer roles.
the people
And
you're
I, like, had
creating with
booked
to
a
do
couple
that. But
little
I think I've been
commercials
able
where
to
you would,
hone a little
you know, have
bit
to pause the
of
TV
my
and be like, oh wait, there I
fault,
am in the
let's
back
call
of
it.
this
We can
Coles
categorize
commercial
it in that
dancing
sense.
for
Thank
5
you. I
seconds.
appreciate you saying that. And it might
And then
change.
that
You know, I
kind
don't
of
want
just
to
grew
be
into
overly
me
attached to
auditioning
something,
for
but
acting roles.
I think
and then Disney.
impro
But at first it had been
is like
Nickelodeon. They
a
offered
core
me a
part
holding
of
deal
using that
when I
kind of
was,
quick,
like,
witty
11.
presence.
So it basically
you know what I'm
meant
saying?
like I would sign a
And,
contract and just
yeah,
like be with
just
them
trying to
for a couple
get into
years
that
until
flow
they could
state
figure out
using
like
that.
what
But
to
it
do with the risk.
took me a while to figure
You
that
know,
out.
I thought
It's
about it for a
interesting.
long
I've
time. My
definitely
team was
analyzed
really
the
like, you know, they wanted me to do
the
it.
elements that
It's
it
a
takes
big
to
opportunity,
create a
and
great
obviously
improviser,
Nickelodeon's
and I think
huge. And
watching
for my
Miles
age
Davis,
bracket at that
John
time,
Coltrane,
like, you know, there's
Stevie
it's
Wonder.
really
There's
Nickelodeon and
there's
Disney.
a few
Like
old tapes
so
of him writing. And
I remember thinking about it long and
it's
hard.
just
and
pulling from the
I was like,
present moment, and I think you
I'm
have to
supposed
have
to be with
equal amounts
Disney.
trust,
And I just
equal
felt it
amounts
in my gut.
confidence
I'm
in your
such a true
physical
Disney
body, your
girl,
skill
and,
set to
I
express
just had seen it for
the
me since I
emotion
was
that you're
little,
feeling,
so
right? And it's all
I
so
told him, I was like,
subjective.
no, we gotta
There are
wait
no-
for Disney. I know it's
There's no one
Wow.
my team
right
was
way
like,
to get
"What are you
there.
doing?"
But
I was like,
for
"No,
me,
we
at
gotta
least,
wait, we gotta
I don't
wait."
want to sound
So
like an
thank
arrogant
God I
piece of
did
shit,
that.
just like da 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 da
'Cause I
da.
got
This is
the
just
show
my
a few years,
findings.
or
You know what I'm
a few-
saying? I don't want to.
Probably. Yeah, I did like a Zoom. I mean, the execs like they had seen me
I think there
grow
are a
up
few
because
core
you know
elements
I'd
that
been
can go
with the
into
channel
really
since I
expressing
was
yourself in
12.
the present
So
moment.
I
And
think the
there are
cool thing about
masters.
Disney
And quite
is like
honestly,
once you're in the
my
family,
mom,
like you're very much in the
I would
family.
walk into the
and,
lounge
you know,
room in the
they think of
morning
you for
and
other
my mom was just
things,
rolling
and
around
they're always,
doing
you know, kind
movement
of
and
in
just
their back
improvising.
pocket, which I think
you know
is
what I'm
cool.
saying? And eventually I started like
but after I
improvising
did
when I
the
was
Gabby
really little.
Duran show, I thought that was
And
it. I like was
yeah,
like, okay,
it's
cool.
a
I ended
form
the
of
show when I
freedom.
was 15.
It's a form of freedom and a lack
I
of thought.
signed a record
I don't know
deal
about you
that
guys, but
same
this
year,
fucking
and I was like,
brain,
cool,
this
I'm just gonna,
mind
like,
gets
focus
in the
on
way
music
a
now,
lot.
and like I guess
Can't
that's it
do
for
it
my Disney
anymore.
journey.
Really trying to
And then
just be
through the
present.
process of me,
And through all
you know,
mediums, through
being a new
conversation,
artist on this
music,
label and trying to find my
heated
footing,
conversations
and
that I'm having with
I had just been
people
in
I
with,
love,
like,
you know what I'm
these
saying?
writers
Like
and producers, and I still felt like I wasn't, you know, finding my
made
sound yet,
as a
and so
tangible
many cooks in
piece
the
of
kitchen telling me,
music
you know, what kind
came
of gosh, that
from-
was like years ago. I had
was
done
actually in a
label
completely
meetings when I
different
was like
harmonic
10.
structure.
I
It
feel
was
like
a
I've lived
rhythm
like
of
9
five.
lives, like every
And
aspect
I didn't
of
like
the
it. It
industry.
wasn't very consonant. It wasn't
since I've been doing it for so long.
wasn't
But no, I
beautiful,
got
but it
signed to
was like a-
APG.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
a
when I
rhythmic
was-
pattern that I enjoyed a
I
lot.
think I had just turned 16.
And I remember one day I was feeling really,
but I was really
really
frustrated
emotional,
at that
and,
point. This was like a year into the deal.
I switched it to
and
these other
I was
chords,
just
and
like,
I
"Ugh, I feel like
wrote the arrangement,
you know,
right?
I
The
know
piano,
I have a vision
the
for
brit,
myself.
the chorus,
I know
all
the kind
the
of music I want
structure.
to make, but
And I
there's,
waited
you know,
for
so
about
many
a year.
politics in music
And
as
I went
well,
in the
especially
studio
as a
and
new
kind of
artist. You
just
do so much
improvised the
to kind
song,
of make the
front to
label
back,
happy and
melodies and
other people
lyrics.
happy, and I
And
was
I
just
don't know.
kind
I
of
just
like,
trusted
"Ugh,
it.
I don't know what
It's
to,
kind of walking
to do
into
right
a
now
pitch
with my
black
music,
room.
and
You have no
kind of around that
idea
same
where you're
time,
going to
Disney
end up,
had
what's
circled
in there,
back. And they were
what's
like,
happening.
Hey, Kylie,
And you
like, we're doing a new
sometimes
season of
find
High School Musical, the
beautiful
series.
truths
Like,
just
there's this
through
really
trusting.
cool part for you.
And that's
You get
honestly
to
how
sing
that
on
song.
it. I was like, cool.
So
like,
yeah, only.
maybe I should
think,
go
again,
back
like,
and
the piece of
try
music
Disney one
felt
more
so
time.
truthful
Maybe
to
it's
me
not the end of the
that, like,
journey. And also, I had
I know
been
we
so
talked about fear at
frustrated
the start of
with
this
kind
conversation,
of
but
the label side of
I
things,
wasn't
also
ready
with
to
like
tell
the
that story
music
when
videos.
that composition came through.
You know, I think we are in a
And when
weird
I
time in
was,
music where, you know, labels
I've never
don't
really
see videos as valuable as they
writing
used to be.
songs with other people,
Which I get,
like,
but
kind
that's
of
also the reason
can
I
only
became an
occur
artist.
through a
because
real
Music
connection.
videos.
I'm obsessed
I think
with
I've been
music
maybe in
videos
like
and the
3
visual
sessions
aspect
that
and
other
telling
people
those
have
stories
formatted.
through visuals,
We
especially as a
haven't
dancer.
connected,
Like,
and
I just want to make videos
I
where
just
I can
leave because
dance.
it's like, what are we doing?
And
'Cause
I was
you
like,
know,
well,
I
if I
think
go back to acting, I can use this money to fund my
to get
own
vulnerable
videos.
so
So I
fast
think
in the
that
space,
was also
it can be
something
done
that
if